Hey Omar.
What's up, man?
Let's talk about some dope games coming out in 2019.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We got Superman 64, Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson, Iron Fist Season 2.
Ah, Shane. Much better.
So Shane, still snowed into Kentucky. You know it's all part of our show, right? Like
I'm trapped here.
It's part of the plan to have you and keep you here in Kentucky.
It's like misery.
Show. It is. Yeah. We live here. Thanks.
Missouri does love company.
No, I meant like the Stephen King movie book Misery, where they like the author is.
He has no feet. He's got no feet.
That's great.
We're here forever.
So Rob, Tina just got a Switch. Christmas was a couple days ago.
It took you long enough.
I mean,
so,
it took my wife long enough.
For the people that have gotten a Switch, an Xbox One, a Sony PlayStation 4, PS Vita,
no one got a Vita for Christmas. No one got a Vita.
3DS.
Hey,
yep.
How do you fill that library?
Okay,
what do you guys suggest to fill that? Like, you got these systems. Obviously, there are games out now, but there are also games coming out the first quarter of the year.
So, I think it's really awesome the period that we're living in right now, because there are fantastic games that have just been released and that are coming on the horizon. It's a next level of awesome gamerage that you cannot miss. miss. I hope you got like The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario. But we're not gonna.
I just got the game.
I want to stab you in the face. What's the name of the cat game?
It's Miniko's Night Market.
Oh my god, whatever. Run footage of the cat game.
It looks really awesome.
You should also get Mario and Zelda.
Okay. So just very briefly, some games. If you just got these systems for the Switch, make sure you don't miss Undertale. Dark Souls being a portable experience is pretty cool.
I already have the limited edition, so I don't rebuy games.
Yep.
But
That's fine. There's a regular one. Bayonetta's beautiful. Street Fighter Collection. It's the fact you can play old Street Fighter games wherever you go. Mario Rabbids. This is a wonderful game. You're looking at me
it's
like.
Been out for a while.
I would argue that if she has a PlayStation 4, she might want to get that one on the PlayStation.
That's true.
He just likes the ability to play
this one as well.
Yep. This is better on PlayStation 4. This is better on PlayStation 4, but this is portable, and so you can play on the plane. That's kind of cool. And
you've known Rob for years. You know he's a Nintendo whore. Like his ass cheeks have Nintendo stamped on them.
I'm saying you could
property of Nintendo.
You could remote play the PlayStation 4 version on your Vita.
Not when she's on the plane. Okay. All right. So next we're going to talk about.
It's almost as if Shane works for Sony.
That's okay.
I mean, I do that with my PSP already with certain.
I do it with the Vita. I totally played Dragon Quest 11 driving down the road, which brings me to the PlayStation games
you should not be fucking having a license if you're driving and
I was riding. It's style.
Right. What's next on the PS4?
So next on the PS4, like these games right here, Dragon. If you like a great RPG adventure that's 100 hours of gameplay, Dragon Quest 11.
Have that much time.
Also, it has amazing graphics, which Dragon Quest doesn't always have.
No.
Right? This one does.
It's using the Unreal Engine and it's gorgeous. You can tell.
And obviously Toriyama worked on it.
Yeah, beautiful art, all the characters.
Music,
and then we don't talk about the music. Sugiyami Sami's getting a little older. It's fine. It's fine. If you have a new 4K HDR TV, which you probably hopefully got that for Christmas.
That's a great Christmas gift.
Yep. So Horizon Zero Dawn,
one of the best looking games.
It is one of. If you have HDR, this is the thing to show up your new 4K HDR television. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Another game that's absolutely gorgeous, God of War. God of War looks stunning in 4K and HDR, as does the Spider-Man game. Spider-Man, it blows my mind how wonderful it looks, just like the comic.
Monster Hunter World, one of the year's best games, also looks really good in 4K.
In 4K, not HDR, but in 4K looks good.
And they continually have events, so it's nice.
Yes,
there's replayability.
There's a winter event going on.
It does have HDR.
Does it have HDR? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it has 3 different options.
No, it has performance. It has performance,
frame rate, or more graphics. More graphics, which I recommend. The more
nerds.
So the point is, Monster Hunter, you have to play it.
Also, this is not new.
Make a lot of friends.
This is also not new, but it is a must play.
It's not new.
All right.
If you ever play Nier, Dragon Guard,
I love it. Okay.
So, again, very briefly, you have an Xbox. Cover your ears. The Xbox One X is the most powerful gaming system in the world. So there are a lot of uncover your ears. A lot of multi-platform games.
Underutilizing it.
A lot of multi-platform games, other than Madden, take advantage of it. So, PUBG doesn't count because
everybody already has it.
PUBG's it's got physical. It's also a physical copy on PlayStation.
Also, just conveniently, all of these games are available for PlayStation 4 as well.
But
where are your first-party games, Rob?
I don't have Gears with me. I don't have Halo with me. I don't have.
Well, it's been a while since.
Hold on. Cuphead. If you have an Xbox, you really should get Cuphead. That's first party.
Also available PC.
Also, yeah.
I love him here on the show, Shane. But things like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Red Dead Redemption 2, NBA 2K, cover years are better on Xbox. Just because,
really?
Yeah, they're a little better. Like the Xbox, it runs at like 1800p for some of these 4K games. These actually run at the 2160p with like resolution, things like that. So some, not all, some multiplayer games play a little better on Xbox.
The handhelds? Because we know PS Vita is about on its last leg, right?
I'd say, you know, Twilight era.
Twilight years.
Okay.
I would use your PS
Here in
Vita
the
to remotely
US.
play your PlayStation 4.
In Japan, it's still running pretty strong.
I know, but that doesn't help you with RPGs.
I know,
unless
it
Yeah,
I
so
can
there's some
read
stuff
them.
in limited run that you can pick up.
Right, they're still doing things. What,
And
okay,
then
Nintendo,
3DS,
what's
like
going on
Nintendo
with
hasn't completely
3DS?
abandoned it. There's Luigi's Mansion. There's a
Remake of a GameCube game, right?
remake a GameCube game. So there's a bunch of cool games on 3DS. Like, you know, there's
You said one!
Okay, I said one.
Luigi's Mansion!
I mean, for the Vita, I could say in the last year, there's some cool things like Valhalla. It's that.
Valhalla, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a cool game. Cosmic Star Heroine's really cool
Have
on
they
Vita.
ported El Shaddai on the PS Vita?
Unfortunately, no.
No, that should be a thing.
So, no, seriously, 3DS, give me like 3 games.
Okay. It's not just Luigi's Mansion. There's also WarioWare Gold, which is a fantastic compilation of games.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. There's
Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Detective
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Oh,
Detective
yeah, that was
Pikachu.
a good game.
Ryan Reynolds.
I assume.
So-
Also on Switch, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu as well.
Yep.
Those-
I should have brought that up.
Yeah, it just came out at Christmas time. Cool. So now that we talked about games that people can get on...
Oh, wait, PSVR. You don't have these here. I want to say it's a really, it's a really
please.
good Christmas for PlayStation VR. Tetris Effect, which doesn't require PSVR, but it's even better.
It's an
on
amazing
VR.
moving experience.
Great.
Really?
Also, Creed, boxing game based on the film.
Oh, not the band.
Creed 2, not the band.
You're so white! Where did you come from?
Married a white lady.
Is it Saber?
Beat Saber.
Beat Saber.
Beat Saber.
Also, and Astrobot. I
Now
think-
let's 2 seconds on Astrobot. On the PlayStation VR last year, when we were playing Batman, there's also a demo.
There's a demo for that game with
Robot Rescue. I
2
think.
levels.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like the first time I played this, I called you like, Shane, how have we not talked about this? It's essentially Mario 64 in a 3D world, and you look around, you're like,
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that last year.
It's stunning. So this is a Sony
The
Japan
yeah,
like
Sony
intro
Japan,
intro game.
full platforming game.
So now it's a real full thing. And
bosses. Yeah.
it is I would say it is probably the most important game to come out for PSVR, if not VR in general. It's stunning.
It's definitely the most like game ass game.
It's a game. Yes, it's a game ass game.
It's
a good way
a
to put it.
technical term. It's,
Yeah.
it's a game ass game.
It's definitely a game ass game. So it's a great year for games.
Yep.
Now,
Now, 2019. We're about to hit it. What are some of the titles in the first quarter that you guys are excited about or like want to play?
So
'Cause we're trying. Let's go by month. January.
Kingdom
right?
Hearts.
okay, so look,
Never heard of it. What is
Kingdom
this?
Hearts 3.
Yes!
Game of the year 2019. Hello.
Probably.
How are you giving that? This is why you used to work at
you know
EGM.
why? Because it's been
That's the only one I'm looking forward to because I'm like, I know these properties. I have loved these characters since day one. When they announced a Disney Plus Squeenix Spectrum, it was Squaresoft when it first started. But when they announced those two partnerships,
Actually,
was it?
I finally get to say actually to you.
Oh, was it Squeenix?
It was Squeenix, yeah.
Okay, so it was already Squeenix at that point in time. But when they announced that, I was like, Squeak!
Okay, and you know this game has been in development for like the past 20, 30 years.
It's like 7, but Nomura Sama takes his time.
I mean,
it's fun.
it's not a 2.9
That's true.
anymore.
I quit buying Kingdom Hearts when it had released 2.8. 2.8 is where I drew
I
the
saw
line.
somebody's. It was a meme of somebody saying, "This is how I change my passwords every year when a new Kingdom Hearts is
Yeah,
released."
I love me some Kingdom Hearts. My favorite thing though was when the DS game came out. It had a TV commercial, and on that TV commercial in America, the announcer had to say the name of the game, and he was like, "Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days." I literally had a spit take. I was like, someone had to say that. 358 over 2
Over 2
days.
days,
It's like an
Really?
improper
Yes.
fraction.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are more beloved and more successful than recent Final Fantasy titles. And these are
Really?
the most
Oh, yes.
beloved and most popular games Square has put out. Kingdom Hearts 3 is monumentally huge. It will sell millions of units and make
copies.
millions of people very, very, very
So
happy.
my wife is not much of a
this is
gamer as me.
exclusive to Sony, right?
No, it's on multiple consoles.
Seriously?
Yeah, it'll be,
Yeah.
but it would play best on PlayStation Pro.
A lot of people like to poo-poo the incredibly convoluted, confusing
Storyline.
storyline of Kingdom
Right.
Hearts.
There's a story.
No,
Yeah.
There was like 20 stories.
I mean, it kind of goes back and rehashes this on this one where they
Right.
do the little side games, blah, 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 blah.
But you don't, I'll say, enjoying Kingdom Hearts, you don't have to completely understand the full story. Even if you only get.
I love that.
really.
I love that you're
No,
talking
really.
about this
I
beloved
think,
series. It's
honestly,
like, no, you don't have
can
to
skip-
understand.
I agree. So you can skip like Rememories and all that stuff, Crystal
we
Drop
did.
Distance. You can skip that stuff. Just do 1,
Guys,
2, and 3.
I couldn't
or
get off the
even
island in the
just do
first
2
game.
and
I'm
3.
done. That's not for me.
And I'll say the
but I'm glad
basics-
that you guys like
The
it.
basic story of like Sora and Roxas, it isn't really that confusing. The organization, not that confusing. So I think people who think they're not going to like it because they've heard it's too weird and confusing, give it a chance.
Give it a
Have
chance.
they watched
If you like
Evangelion?
Disney,
No, the
give
other
it a
thing
chance.
is typically games come out in September, October time frame, but now it's
So
like
when they hit that holiday
Last
season,
few
right?
years, we kind of transitioned to what we call like the second holiday season, which is January through
February,
March.
March, right? Right.
America,
Yes.
second holiday season. You're all like fucking hobbits. What about second holiday season?
Second breakfast.
So the game that these guys are super excited for this.
When everybody
I'm-
get those gift cards.
This is true. Where are you going to put your gift cards on? I'm super excited for Resident Evil 2.
it's kind of sneaking up on us.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy that they're doing a January release, really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one that I'm hyped up about.
Yeah, and, like,
I've
it's-
seen the graphics and I'm hyped. And that is probably, you know, I love Resident Evil 3, but Resident Evil 2 is the correct answer when what is your favorite Resident Evil?
Yeah, Resident Evil 2 is fantastic. Well, I got a chance to see it at E3, and they had like a crazy booth and like zombies and things, like taking pictures.
So
and
again,
stuff.
Sony and Xbox, no Switch?
Yeah, it's both, and
It's-
probably PC as well.
I think I don't remember.
I'm not sure about PC, but it's not on Switch,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, so-
No Switch, okay.
you're just
He says
baiting him.
it's
You're
so
just baiting him. Quit baiting him. So-
Resident Evil 4 is coming to the Switch.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Like the original PlayStation 2 graphics? Or
It's probably based more on the
GameCube?
Probably
Wii
with the
version.
Wii-verse. Wii-verse. But don't poo-poo this, because think about Resident Evil, the first remakes on GameCube. It
was amazing,
Still,
yeah.
It
Yeah.
still looks great today, as does Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
So it'll
No,
be fun.
I'm with you. Resident Evil 2.
So
Excited
Resident Evil
about that
2, but the thing is, it's not just a remake of the game, which admittedly is probably my favorite Resident Evil as well. Like, it's a complete not retelling, but like all the graphics are redone, everything looks super realistic. It's in the same style of Resident Evil 7, which is another game that you need to play in VR. Resident Evil 7 graphics with Resident Evil 2 story.
See, I would disagree. I think although Resident Evil 2 looks really good, I don't think it looks like Resident Evil 7 at all.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. In
Why
fact,
is that? Why is that? Why is that?
I think they don't look alike at all.
No, I think the dark, moody atmosphere, the
You're
lots of
saying
lighting.
that they have a similar feel.
I don't.
No. I don't think I have a similar feel. I
guess
think Resident Evil 7 looks like Resident Evil 2 remake.
I completely disagree. In fact, when I saw the Resident Evil 2 trailer, you think, wow, that doesn't look. I was like, that really doesn't look like Resident Evil 7 at all. I mean, that's fine. It doesn't have to.
Isn't it the same engine though? I think it's the same engine.
I mean, it probably is.
think it
But
is.
I just feel like the art looks.
Okay,
the art is very different.
Yes, the art design, I'll give you that. But the
Even like
engine,
the character models, like the character models in RE7 look very realistic.
Yes.
In RE2 remake, they don't. They look.
well, there's a lot more like zombie, like
Well, they
like
look
bubbly
more
things.
like
The RE2.
their
Yeah,
characters
yeah,
in RE2.
RE2.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
I think it's fine.
So think of it this way.
But I just think you're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong because it's the same engine.
That's what I'm used to hearing in this show.
No, I'm not wrong. It's the same engine, but okay. All right. Other games that came out, Ace Combat. Like, I'm not a huge Ace Combat fan, but Ace Combat 7 is going to be really dope.
Is it finally going to include Maverick and the characters from Top Gun?
No,
No, I don't think so.
But it has some VR missions as well, which is cool. But also, I always forget, like, Ace Combat 3, which was my favorite, it's a little sci-fi. It's not exactly like a boring flight sim. There's like some crazy anime shit happening, you know?
Yeah, there's stuff going on. So Ace Combat 7, and I think if you pre-order, you get a demo or some Ace Combat 1 or something. I forget what exactly.
To play as Pac-Man?
Maybe.
One of the pilots?
And of course, if you have a Switch, No More Heroes 2. Now, I love the original.
Oh,
No,
well,
this is not No More Heroes 2. This is an all new No More Heroes game.
Yeah, it's No More Heroes.
It has a subtitle.
Subtitle.
It's not No More Heroes 2. That came out many years ago. It's like a collection of interesting mini games inspired by other games.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's weird. I'm a huge fan of No More
Travis Strikes
Heroes.
Back.
That
That's
sounds
Yes,
right.
Yeah,
Maybe?
Travis Strikes Back. Travis Strikes
I
Back.
love the style of No More Heroes.
Yeah.
I wish they had gotten successful and became more. And I wish actually I would
did pretty well.
I would like a re-release on the Switch. That would be kind of cool.
It could happen. It could happen. With this, if this does well, people please buy Travis Strikes Again. Maybe that's what it's called.
That sounds
Yeah,
right.
I think so. People buy that, maybe like the original No More Heroes and No More Heroes 2 can come back. So that would be cool. That'd be cool. Okay, so next we go on to February. So in February, Anthem, which is kind of like Destiny.
Insurance company.
Yes. That's exactly
It's
what I
almost
thought.
like, well, it's by BioWare.
It's by BioWare.
People who made Mass Effect, but it looks a little bit more like piloting robots in like a shooter environment.
Yeah.
So if you kind of mixed the little Mass Effect with Destiny,
Yeah, Mass Effect to
maybe.
Destiny is the way.
Yeah.
And it's extremely epic in its presentation because they want, understandably, they want that Destiny money, that continuous.
I think I remember hearing about this because of, because I'm a big Mass Effect fan.
The art's really pretty.
Yeah, and it's BioWare. I trust these guys, and EA's pocketbooks, that'll help too. So Anthem, even though that's not necessarily my kind of game, I played some of Destiny, but it's not really my kind of game.
They don't have EA's problems.
Yeah. Well, that's to be
And
seen.
that one is PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Cool.
Metro Exodus. Like, I don't know if you've seen like screenshots or videos of this thing in action.
I have now.
Footage. It is absolutely stunning how well together Metro Exodus looks.
Those games always had a good look.
It's true. Yeah. Like even on like the old 360 version, it still was a very good looking game. It's very post-apocalyptic, first-person shooter.
Scary.
It's very scary, like alien, like not aliens, but monsters. The things trying to eat your face. It's a European team that's put it together. I don't remember the name of the team, but it looks really super detailed. Looks like a lot of fun, and that also comes out in February, which again is a weird month for games to come out. But
It's weird. Okay.
Yep. Left Alive. This is maybe you could talk a little bit more about this.
Oh, is that the
That's
kind
a
of spiritual?
zombie shooting.
Wait, isn't that the spiritual successor to? It's like. It's the game with the Shinkawa art that's being published by Square Enix.
Yes.
It's like a spiritual successor to what's the robot Front Mission series?
Right. Yeah.
It's a Front Mission
Front Mission.
spin-off.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, with Yoji Shinkawa art. From
Look at the
Metal Gear.
if you look at the cover, like it's like okay, this looks like it looks like Zone of Enders.
Yeah. I've seen the trailers. It looks interesting, but I guess I haven't paid enough attention to everything.
I don't even know how you could do those kind of games in this in the.
It's not tactical anymore.
Okay, that's.
It's
fine.
more of an action game, I think.
Yeah, it's very actiony, but
Yeah.
like I'm attracted to this because this sounds like just like I make fun of giant robots running around doing things, but I think this is supposed to be a pretty decent game.
What was the Capcom games? I mean, 2 of them, Lost Planet, right?
There were 3 of them.
3. Oh, that's right, Lost Planet.
You weren't
3.
in a robot in. Well, parts of it you were. Actually, you're right. Yeah.
Actually.
you need to figure it out. And then the last one I want to talk about is this was just announced not that long ago. Crackdown 3. Like I don't know if you ever played any of the other original
I played
Crackdowns.
the first one on the
Xbox.
One.
Original. Yeah.
The original Xbox.
Yeah,
I'm
original
sorry.
one. Crackdown 3 is like it has a cel shaded art style. Terry Crews. Terry Crews is the guy like doing like the promotion for it, and it looks really silly. I hope the footage that I saw last made me go about their quality, but hopefully things will get all tightened up before it's released. It should be fun, but even if the graphics,
I know people got excited about Crackdown.
oh,
honestly.
Crackdown's hilarious. Like some of the missions and the guns and some of the silly, ridiculous.
People
things you
really
do.
love the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
if you-
liked it. I just
like
didn't
if
know
you
it had
like,
a huge cult
Yeah, if
following.
you like Crackdown, you should like Crackdown 3. It's just another.
That
big-
should be their ad.
If you like Crackdown,
You should.
you should probably like Crackdown 3.
like this
Like if you like third person, like cartoony, silly.
you like
bull things
cracking
of shit.
down.
If you like cracking down on fools,
Fan of Cracking Down.
Crackdown's the way to go.
Is that last February? What's
For
February?
March?
Yeah, that's for February.
March is big.
March
Devil
is
May
big.
Cry.
Devil May Cry.
So tell me about this Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Right?
So
we've had a remake of Devil May Cry before, except Dante had black hair.
Well, so there was DMC.
DMC. That's a different
sorry.
thing. That is doesn't count.
DMC.
DMC doesn't count. That's like that's not officially canon.
I think it's referenced.
It's
in
referenced,
this
but it's not-
one.
So, okay,
canon.
what is this one?
So Devil May Cry is the 5th Devil May Cry.
Do you remember Devil May Cry 4 was
Yes.
like a PlayStation 3 game many years ago?
yeah, I've heard of that
So
one.
sequel to that, it has Dante, it has Neo, and it has
A new-
Virgil? Virgil?
They haven't specifically
Who is
said
the
if,
worst name for it?
they
But I
haven't
get it. It's
said-
from the
it
book.
probably is Virgil, but they haven't specifically
No,
said.
he's supposed to be
It's
allegedly a
supposed to be
new character.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a new character named V.
Dante's brother?
But it's a still similar type action with very nice Capcom-y graphics.
Yeah.
And fast gameplay, a new set of producers that we've actually had a chance to hang out
It
with.
looks really solid, and I'll say like.
I've always been a big fan of those series.
Well, it's funny because like for me, Devil May Cry is like a mixed bag. I loved the first one. I thought the second one was a little disappointing.
Kind of went a little weird.
The
in
3 was
middle.
solid.
The third one, in its initial release, was unplayably hard, and they fixed that in the director's cut. They made it not quite as hard.
Right,
you know,
right, right.
Play as Virgil.
4
You and Virgil.
4 was
threw it
good.
at the wall.
I liked it. However, it had the crime of you play all the way through the game and then you walk back through the game, and it like has 2 of the now you're on a board game fighting all the bosses again. It did a little bit of retraversal and like stuffing the same content in over and over again.
Padding. Yeah, but
A little padding, but it was good.
Yeah.
And DMC, although it was a departure,
with
it had
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory's game. It had some really good ideas, some really cool bosses. But this one,
That's the one I didn't play.
this one seems to be like they really paid attention to what people really liked about like Devil May Cry 1 and 3.
Yes.
I kind of went back to that format.
And they, like you said, there are a couple elements of DMC
Does he have pretty
that were
white
legitimately
hair
good
again?
ideas and put them in the game.
Because that's important. Does he have white hair again?
He does.
Yes, he does.
Good.
Yes, he does. And he's a motorcycle, and like your gun can be Mega Man's gun.
Did you see the ridiculous collector's editions in Japan that come with the jacket?
Come with the jacket.
They cost like $4,000.
Yep, yeah.
Oh,
No,
this is an
actually,
jacket.
I think
It's an
it's
actual
$8,000.
Is it $8,000?
It's ridiculous.
It's
because of the
ridiculous.
like for a real leather jacket. So we have to go.
So Rob's gonna buy it.
I'm
Well,
totally
there's
gonna
3
buy
for
it.
ones.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and there's 3 different
One
jackets.
for each character.
Yeah,
All
for
right,
each character.
one for me, one for Rob.
If you could spend $24,000 on Devil May Cry, then you're paying too much
really
money.
Yeah.
like that game.
I don't know if the game's in the box though. I don't know. I hit confirm if the game's in the
Get a
box.
digital copy of it.
Slid into the pocket.
Just slide in the bucket, maybe. I don't know. I think you just get a code.
So what else in Pep?
Okay, so
Mark,
sorry.
Yep. So the Division 2. Did you ever play the Division 1?
No.
Okay. Division 1. Well, I guess I should just say the Division.
It was
1.
like Tom Clancy's Destiny.
Tom Clancy's like
Tom Clancy's Destiny.
Tom Clancy / Destiny, like, you know,
Oh,
third
okay.
person shooter, everyone playing these things, but it's really, really good. Everyone played the snot out of this game. Everyone's still playing the snot out of this game. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I haven't.
Like squad-based, team-based gameplay.
Good graphics.
Good graphics, like, you know, mercenaries versus
So
like it's great.
Division 2 available on PlayStation and Xbox?
Yes,
And
yes.
PC.
And Switch? No. Okay. I'm doing
If I don't say Switch,
Okay.
if I don't say Switch, it's not available on Switch.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be cool. Third one I want to talk about is Sekiro. Shadows Die.
Shadows Die Twice.
Shadows Die Twice.
Actually, the pronunciation is Sekiro.
Sekiro. But I'm glad we have.
Shadows Die Twice.
I'm glad you're here because I figured and I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Hey, I know how to pronounce stuff too.
I know some of the guys that like do translations. Like I don't know how to translate this because it doesn't make sense. But like you know, thank you for being here. So what this is? So if you've played Dark Souls
Yeah.
Or Bloodborne.
or Bloodborne, like it's
Or
it's
Demon Soul.
or Demon Souls or
Souls.
Fatal Frame.
Okay. Or Stardew Valley.
I'm not sure that there's not much Fatal Frame in Sekiro.
Anyway, what about it?
What point are you taking pictures
I was gonna go like
Ghost
what
Girls?
was From the Kingdom where you walked around the old PlayStation 1 game? What was that? Kingdom?
Excuse me?
You know, you walked around. Oh my god.
Okage?
No. never mind. Never mind.
Deep cut, that's PS2.
Damn, I just
What
got
the hell are
schooled.
you talking
What? No, what was
about?
one of the first From games on
Clockwork Tower.
PlayStation 1?
Clockwork Tower.
You're talking about Kingsfield.
Kingsfield,
Kingsfield, which required an entire memory card.
Yes, it did. Kingsfield. Thank you. All right, there's your nostalgic trip. Anyway, these guys from Software.
Okay.
This is their take on a Japanese medieval type version of a difficult sword wielding third person game, and like the graphics are very like very
Dark fantasy.
Dark Souls, dark fantasy.
Okay.
It's a little more fanciful than Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It's a little more like, to me, it seems like a little more, like there's something else
Yeah, like
happening.
when you find these dudes.
Japanese interpretation of
it
the
look like-
But they're Japanese.
It's
Looks like a
very
little
Japanese.
feudal Japanish. In a way, like more
Less
so
so
than
than the-
Onimusha.
I'd say
or
less so.
more.
Less
It's more like a Japanese interpretation of medieval Europe
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
a Japanese twist.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great
And
way.
we're
What
gonna
the
be-
hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, but and like,
Sicario,
and
got
like,
it.
and like when you're fighting like dudes, they're like really big lumbering dudes. You have to jump and climb. Like so, it's very Dark Souls-esque.
But
And so
I've heard that there's some fundamental differences to the gameplay that
Yes.
makes it different than Dark Souls. So like
Yeah.
you can't just take your skills from Dark
no,
Souls and
it
have
does not
them in
translate.
this
Like
game.
there's still some things like counters and things like that. But like the big mechanic here is like when you die, you can come back twice because your shadow comes back twice, and like you have a sword that can also and another arm that augments with like certain items and capabilities and things like that. So I'm looking forward to this.
Well, and I'll say the guy at From Software said originally he set out to make a new Tenchu, and it kind of
Yes.
turned into this over time.
Yeah, so there was a little teeny
When you guys were talking
teaser.
about it, I thought
Yeah.
it was you
Yeah.
were talking about Tenchu and Bushido Blade.
Yes,
things like that.
Tenchu. You probably meant Tenchu.
Yeah. So there's when they first released a teaser, it was like ropes and it looked exactly like okay, this is definitely
More
Tenchu.
ninja-y.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look ninja. So like it was like okay, this is definitely Tenchu. But yes,
Yeah.
what he did turned into
Well,
Sekiro.
I'll say what's also interesting about Sekiro is it's published by Activision, and you don't normally associate
weird,
Activision
yeah.
with Japanese-developed action games. So
Right.
that's kind of cool.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like,
Assassin's
so
Creed.
you have to wonder, like, okay, why did From go to Activision to publish this game? I guess because, okay, so all of us here, we've played like a Souls game, we've played Bloodborne, but maybe like your average Joe gamer who buys NBA 2K every year, they probably have not.
Yeah.
So maybe this is like From's way to get like more mass market.
Well, and I think maybe
Or maybe they get something on their end too. Maybe they can publish an American game that Activision makes here.
It's true.
In Japan.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking possibly that this game won't be quite as difficult at the beginning. 'Cause
That's
know,
what I was thinking.
yeah,
Like
a lot of people get turned
A lot
off.
of people get turned off about Dark Souls or Bloodborne because
Pussies.
they are notoriously known to be difficult.
Those games
playable.
are difficult, but
They're playable.
There's a learning
So
curve.
here's the thing, though. For you guys, it's kind of viewed as a generational gap. The older players tend to be like, "Oh, well, it's not hard enough. It's blah 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 blah."
Yeah, we
The
played
younger-
games where you couldn't save.
Well, you had to learn. You couldn't save
we
and you
played
had
games
to
because
learn.
like the electricity might go out, and you're like, "Shit, I'm on the
And
last."
it's the only game we could play. Like we were playing Mega Man 2. That was it.
For, but I think it's going something a little bit easier and a little bit more connective to younger players, maybe.
I think you're right, because like as great as Bloodborne was, I know a lot of people who could not beat that first boss.
I couldn't beat
Because that
boss.
first boss basically is teaching you better learn this
Yep.
specific way to play this game,
Right.
or else you're not going to be
Yeah.
able to play
Yeah.
this game.
And like
Right.
those are the type of games as the older brother, like that I freaking love.
You
to
had
play.
to learn the bosses.
Yeah, I had to learn about this. I can still beat Mega Man 2 with arm cannon because that was the only game I could play. There's no save unless the power went out, or I have to leave on the Nintendo all night. Like that was it. So like that's ingrained in our systems.
Right.
Cool.
So anyway,
is that it?
Yeah, so that's it. Those are the awesome games that if you just got these systems, make sure that you check them
I
out.
have a dark horse candidate that might make it. They haven't actually said the release date. They say spring, so maybe it's after March.
Okay.
But it's something that's very exciting that's coming from PlayStation. It's been announced for years and years and years. It was actually demoed at the debut of the PlayStation 4.
Final Fantasy VII Remake?
No. It's a thing called Dreams from Media Molecule.
Dreams, Media Molecule, yes.
That's my favorite Kurosawa film.
It's a good film. The team that made Little Big Planet, and Dreams is kind of the next evolution of that, but instead of just like letting people make a platformer, it's letting people make whatever they want to make, actually.
Anything.
Anything. And that can be, you know, you can make like an experience that people just like walk through and kind of, you know, you kind of can make a narrative experience with it, almost like a movie you walk through, or you can make a game, right? And, you know, over the last few months, they've started to show, you know, the PR's kind of been ramping up to show what can be done with it, because it's such a like mind-bending thing to wrap your brain around.
Right. And
So,
this
yeah.
isn't like, you know, like a game maker type thing. This is like 3D, like creation, use your DualShock.
Like you can use moves or DualShock.
Yeah.
And there is a game in it too. There is a platformer. There is like
Oh, like Little Big Planet.
well,
The
so
same way
they
that you can
made
make other
Tearaway,
stuff.
and not as many people play
Tearaway,
Tearaway.
yeah,
Yeah.
And like the
Tearaway, yeah.
game inside of Dreams is a bit more like Tearaway. It's a 3D platformer, kind of like Mario, right? But I think what's more exciting about Dreams isn't the game inside of it. It is what people will make with it and what they'll share with it.
And
Yeah.
other than like, you know, the first thing people are going to do is make penises. But after that, I cannot wait to see the content because like, you know, okay,
Wait,
I
you
listened
had me at penis. Stop.
of course we did.
I was like, my first game will be about a penis.
Well, I've listened to a podcast where they talked about like some of the things that they were doing and just some of the internal teams, some of the things they were able to create, like were blowing people's mind away at this early stage in the game when it's still in development. So when it actually comes out into fruition, we can see what people have done with like Minecraft. So it'll be, I cannot wait for this.
Well, at the last PSX, which was a long time ago,
We will talk about that later.
they were demoing it there, and like one of the guys from Media Molecule just like made a song in the there's like an in-game music making thing, and he like right there like made a song. It looked so easy and fun. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to like make music in this. So yeah, I think it's kind of a dark horse for 2019. Watch out for Dreams.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks for hyping that up, man.
All right, so those are games that you got these systems. Make sure you get the, of course, get the classic stuff, but this is some stuff to look forward to in the future.
Cool.
Will do.
So those are some of the games that we're excited about for 2019. Let me know if there's anything that I missed in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and share. And again, thanks Shane for helping me out with
Man,
this.
thanks for inviting me, Dan. I'll be back someday.
That's great. Thank you. So some of those, daggone it, what's wrong with me? So some of the plan to break away.
Take 3.
So some of those are the Sugar Hill games.
Take 4.
Sugar Hill Gang.
Thanks for helping me out.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. Good times. Well, I maybe I could like shake your hand. Reshoots.